Charles Curtis Dale was an American lawyer and writer. He was born in 1851 in Kentucky. Being orphaned, he was a bootblack in Cincinnati by the age of 7, supposedly never attending school, before being admitted to the bar in Kansas. So I imagine he did go to school at some point. He was noted as an anti-corporation lawyer, defending the poor and unfortunate. He seems to have married a Nanny A. Burgess. He died in 1902 in Quindaro, Kansas. He wrote at least 2 collections of verse and 2 novels. His 1890 Wilmoth the Wanderer or The Man from Saturn, and the sequel which we shall cover today, his 1898 The Stone Giant, A Story of the Mammoth Cave. I read this novel first because it was for long years fantastically rare, so when the Library of Congress made it available I jumped at it. It seems mostly independent of Wilmoth, beyond being a translation of a text found within that book at the foot of a stone giant, translated by Wilmoth, who occasionally appears in the narrative in his flying chair. The text are the memoirs of Wimorian, soldier of the kingdom of Onovo. He had secretly fallen in love with Urva, daughter of King Onovo, and once she is to be forcibly married to the cruel Prince Vampa of the kingdom of Nivo, Wimorian is ready to revolt, especially when he accidentally uncovers a secret society meeting in the ruins of an abandoned city and joins in. After refusing Vampa and his king's orders to slaughter prisoners after a battle and to go into their country and exterminate their entire population, he overthrows King Nivo and Onovo, forms a united republic and marries Princess Urva. After her death he leaves his country behind, accompanied only by his little person friend Zet and his pet eagle Billy. But suddenly they get surrounded by cannibalistic ape-like beings, but are saved by the mysterious ancient mystic named Dorva. Dorva explains how many millennia ago he was born in Zel, the first city in the world, and how he, 2 maidens from the city named Elva and Vilma, and the savage warrior Madinabo, were left stranded on an island by an earthquake with all their fellows dead, and meeting Mardo, an ancient child-sized immortal, who shares her elixir of life with them, and makes Elva and Vilma wait 1,000 years for their joint husband, who will be the founder of the nation of Atlantis. That person is Wimorian. After a single reference to his supposedly much beloved Urva, he gives in and starts making babies with both of them. So much so his descendants, all at best breeding with their half-siblings, number over 100,000. And yes, it is confirmed the entire population is descended from him. Then after a war with the short, treacherous merchants named Phocians, and the giant savages Wimorian and co. stole the continent of Atlantis from in the first place, a cult springs up in Atlantis preaching how infinite life and contentment is dull and soul-crushing. And in response to their teachings, Elva and Vilma eat food/drink water, knowing that doing so even once after consuming the elixir of life will turn them to stone 100 years later. Just go with it. Anyway, Wimorian leaves Atlantis with Elva and Vilma, but they get stuck in a calm sea for over 50 years as the ship moulders around them, before a volcano starts spouting lava for 2 years right in front of them, and makes a continent where all eventually die and turn to stone. The novel feels mostly like 4 unconnected stories, with Wimorian's rebellion being forgotten about almost immediately after it ends and Atlantis being focused on for about 50 pages.